Okay, we're still getting it apart, or putting it together. Tightened every bolt on it. Lots of them are loose, the big ones weren't. These were, one just fell out, there's no nut for it, I can't find it. Hopefully when I start it, you'll find it in the gears, but so far it looks pretty cool. This whole inside must float up and down. I didn't put the handle on. I don't think that's a good idea. That's a catch hazard. Over here, you can see how they got the blades set up. They're geared together. It looks like it's gonna work pretty good. They said something about a stone keeping those things sharp, which makes sense to a degree. And it's, you know, yeah, I'm sure you don't want to get too dull, but they last a long time if they're as good as this one, which is pretty cheap. They last a long time.
Quick reminder to take your ends off. Yeah, luckily it didn't hit the blade. Let's see if I can get it out. I just loosened these and hoping it pulls out. Yes, that worked. I just loosened those and pulled out pretty darn easy, so we got that figured out. So I'm gonna watch this thing again. This is pretty thick. And that's just pretty slick. I like it.
Okay, I kind of made a mistake here. It was thumping more, so I kept tightening this, which brings this down, which puts more pressure down. And for some reason that didn't help. So I got too carried away and it actually cut deep. It just cut right through the end of this. So I could tell it did, so I loosened it, you know, within the first foot here. And then, well, this over foot was like, and then it was fine, cut perfect. So I think I just got tightening it too much. We'll one day do a tutorial on best operating procedure. But yeah, you tighten this too much, there's so much pressure that it cut right through the darn wire. Okay, we're gonna do like that's like a 6 foot chunk. We're gonna see what happens. I'm guessing we want some kind of roller system past it, you know, so it don't hit the ground and get stuck, but we'll just shoot this one through there and see what happens. Also, I'm guessing you want it really straight. This one's not. We're just gonna do a worst case scenario here. It's not super straight, but yeah, we'll just see what happens. It's pretty long back here. Hope we don't hit the camera too hard. It might. Or me too hard, no, I say that. I'll go smooth in first. Don't get too crazy.
I like it so far.
What do we do? Put it there. This is bad stuff here. This is kind of really stuff must have got hot here, burnt. Check this end once. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. Good size, 6 foot length. Get right back and pick up. Just that part. Oh yeah, that's 12, 15 pounds probably. Good 6.5, 7 foot. I like it. That's not great. This thing's paying for itself on night 1, I think. Pretty happy with it. Okay, we jammed it. So this hole here is a little too tight for what we're doing, and the coating peeled up, and she's freaking wedged. So make sure your coating's clean. Like I said, straight. If this thing would have been straight when I started, it might have went through it. But the other thing I could have did here, I don't know if I've tried this little one in the big slot, but there's a lot more leeway there. But I mean, it's set up good for the size. If I had them separated, maybe it'd be better to put this one in there, but I don't know. I just thought I'd show that. I'm gonna peel this little stuff back with a vice grip and cut that, just clear it that way. I tried to pull back on it, no dice yet. She's stuck. And what happens while it's running is, see how this is more open here, you know, the angle this is down. This bottom one doesn't move, the top one moves. It's got these springs here, but the gears here, the gears aren't touching, they're just bam, 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 bam. You can hear them. I can start it up quick, I guess. Yeah, so that's not good on it, obviously. We hear it while it's going, but I didn't know what that was. That's those gears slipping on each other, which is eventually it'll wear the gears down. That's why it's got all this packing and grease in here. I'd keep those greased good. You don't want any grease on any of this. Yeah, we'll get it cleared out though. It's not that big a deal, but I just thought I'd show how to clear that out. We're gonna just clear this debris out, kind of clean it up. It should go through. Okay, you can see the difference there. I took this needle nose vice grip and ripped all that off around it and got it to pull back. You can see that white mark. That's how far I pulled it back. It was not easy. This is what happened. This coating started kind of coming off and just got bound in there. There's a big kink here, and it got bound in there. Like I said, if it had been straight, it might have went. We'll kick her on, see what happens. That was easy enough. That was easy enough. Like I said, you gotta watch this E-stop. You can use that turn on and off. You really probably shouldn't, but it works. Like I said, that's what the handle's for, is when it gets stuck. But you know, if I had to, I'd put the handle on and see if that would work. But 99% of the time, I don't want it there. So that worked. Pull, you know, clean the stuff around it, pull it backwards. Okay, I forgot. All those little pieces in there were from I cut too deep into a smaller wire. That was like an inner coating, is that little stuff in there. So, and it's sharp. We got one piece over here. There's some stickers out because we cut too deep. So always wear gloves. Yeah, this thing seems to be well built. I'm impressed. I don't know about the littler stuff, we'll try that later, but the way it pulls it through, pretty awesome.
Okay, I hope that's focused. Anyway, this is what we just made here. I should have this more ready, but when you get her stripped, and then just pop it in the top. See, I cut that out. And
Yeah, that makes it way easier to start. We were really messing around before this. This goes for the win.
you can see how she splits it. It's really good.
Now you can say you strip on the weekend, honey. Okay, we're gonna try this thing. This is 3/0. Let's see what happens. Yeah, very good, bud. Oh. Better. This is 3/0. There, I can see some wire. Not all the way through it, but real close. Maybe a quarter. That's about enough. This is 3/0. Pretty big. I like it. All right. I have named my new stripper Candy. My stripper name is Jimmy with an I, but nobody ever wants to see that. So yeah, super happy with my new stripper. She's great. She helps me get to the candy. Okay. You can turn it, but this is, I'm putting it through twice. Putting that straight down, doing it again. So for space, you know, 5-gallon bucket lengths, that's kind of a good idea. But other than that, I mean, the long lengths quit so easy, but this will work pretty good. Yeah, so that won't be too bad. Comes apart pretty easy then. More. Like I said, this thing, I don't know about that. This is supposed to have that wheel, that handle sticking out. God, that just catch a guy up. That's why I put the E-stop there, but I just leave it off to the side, and then if you get it stuck, E-stop, stop, bolt it back on, and figure it out. This is a bad idea. That should be completely, well, it shouldn't be there. It should be gone, in my opinion. But it's a good machine. After you tighten the bolts up, that makes it a lot easier to pop that apart. So 2 hits is good. All right, we'll get the rest here and do some weighing. Okay, so we knew that 1268 had an 82, 106 bucket, had the 370 we just did, 14 bucket, 64, 66 bucket. I know I got that 170 outside, so 2140. Number 1 copper. So this is my, well, oh crap, I didn't have this out, but it's over 500 pounds. So say that's 170. That's 700 here. 700 pounds of that. Yeah, well, we knew that. 300 some in the buckets. Yeah. That's good. With my wife's help, we got this done in 1 hour. Holly with a Y was working Candy with an I, and it's kind of fun. Okay. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We got a bunch of number 2 to bring too, so we'll see the total. Figure it out. But yeah, it already paid for itself because I know how they're supposed to work. This one I had here, that's did a lot of feet over the years, but that's why I know this thing's going to pay for itself.